Son, come on down here, boy. We need to talk. We're going to have a chat about internet safety. Son, can you stop playing Minecraft for just a minute? I'm really trying to talk to you about something important.
Dad, is this going to be another stupid scary story you're going to try to scare people with?
What? I thought you enjoyed all of my stories about witches and ghosts and werewolves and haunted places.
They were okay when I was 6, but I'm 10 now and they don't scare me anymore. If you're going to tell a story about the internet, can you please make it scary?
Are you sure about that?
Dad, I'm 10. I can handle it.
Okay, I'll try. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Colby. Colby went online and he joined several children's websites. Now, after a while, he started talking to other kids in-game and on the message boards. He made friends with another 10-year-old boy named Helper23. They liked the same video games, they liked the same TV shows, they liked the same cartoons, they laughed at each other's jokes, they explored all these new games together. Now, after several months of friendship, Colby gave Helper23 6 diamonds in a game that they were playing together, and this was a very generous gift. Colby's birthday was coming up, and Helper23 wanted to send him a cool present in real life, and Colby figured it wouldn't hurt to give Helper23 his home address, as long as he promised not to give it to any strangers or grown-ups. Helper23 swore that he wouldn't tell anyone else, not even his own parents, and set about mailing the package. Now, do you think that was a good idea?
No.
Well, neither did Colby. Colby felt guilt about giving away his home address online, and this guilt began to grow and grow and grow. Now, by the time he put on his pajamas the next night, his guilt and fear were larger than anything else in his life, and he resolved to admit the truth to his parents. The punishment would be steep, but it was worth it to have a clear conscience. He squirmed in his seat and waited for his parents to tuck him in. He heard all of the noises around the house. The washing machine bounced around in the laundry room. Branches scraped up against the brick outside his room. His baby brother cooed in the nursery, and there were some other noises he couldn't quite pinpoint. Finally, his dad's footsteps echoed down the hall. "Hey, Dad," he called out nervously. "I have something to tell you." His dad stuck his head in the doorway at a weird angle. In the darkness, his mouth didn't seem to move, and his eyes were all wrong. "Yes, son." The voice was way off, too. "Are you okay, Dad?" the boy asked. "Uh-huh," sung the father in his strangely affected voice. Colby pulled the covers up defensively. Is Mom around?" "Here I am." Mom's head popped into the doorway below Dad's. Her voice was an unnatural falsetto. "Were you about to tell us that you gave our home address to Helper23? You shouldn't have done that. We told you never to give out personal information on the internet," she continued. "He wasn't really a kid. He just pretended to be one. Do you know what he did? He came into our house, broke in, and murdered both of us just so he could spend some more time with you." A fat man in a wet jacket emerged from the child's doorway, holding 2 severed heads. Colby shrieked and gasped as the man dropped the heads on the ground, unsheathed his knife, and moved into the room to work on the boy.
Oh no.
Is it getting too scary for you?
No, it's okay.
Okay. After several hours, the boy was almost dead and his screams had become whimpers. The killer noticed the wailing of a baby in another room and removed his knife from Colby's body. This was a special treat. He had never murdered a baby before, and he was excited about the prospect. Helper23 left Colby to die and followed the cries through the house like a homing beacon. In the nursery, he moved to the crib, picked the baby up, and held it in his arms. He moved towards the changing table to get a better look, but as he held the baby, the crying died down. The baby looked up and smiled. Helper23 had never held a baby, but he gently bounced it in his arms like a pro. He wiped his bloody hands on the blanket so he could stroke the baby's cheek. "Hey there, sweet little guy." The beautiful rage of sadism melted into something warmer and softer. He walked out of the nursery, took the baby home, and named him William, and raised him as his very own.
"But Daddy, my name is William."
"Of course it is, son. Now run upstairs and go to bed. I'll be up to tuck you in shortly.